Hello and welcome back to a Physical Sciences 3 lecture. So this is the last one I'm going to do on radioactivity. We're just going to quickly talk about the units used in radioactivity and go over some of the cases in the that are given to you in the notes. Just quickly, the activity is measured in becquerels, and 1 becquerel is equal to 1 transformation per second. And so when you hear a Geiger counter click, it's clicking the number of transformations per second. Okay. Count rate, counts per second, is measured by a Geiger counter. It's not the same as the activity decays per second. The Geiger tube only takes a fraction of the radiation emitted and may also receive radiation from other sources. Okay, so different radiation types have different energies and different effects on the body. There are other units such as Gray and so. Okay, but you just have to focus on becquerels in this one. And then the other thing, like there's a lot of notes in here. Detection of ionizing radiation, Geiger. So there's a lot of uses for radiation, and some of these notes go into it in a lot of detail. So do maybe take the time to read through some of these. You need to make sure that you understand why some radiation is used as opposed to other. And a lot of the time it comes down to the half-life of the radiation and also the harm that it might have. So ionization of radiation and all those kind of things, um, and when they're used for, and how we use them, and the safety. So obviously we've talked about how radiation can cause cell damage, and so you have to be very careful. Obviously, when you use radiation for any kind of task. And there's lots and lots of uses, so smoke detectors as well. I'm just quickly going through it. Radioactive dating. Please get a handle on radioactive dating. What I recommend you do is go through past exam papers and questions in your textbooks and in your question books, and just get used to answering some of those questions and start to remember some of the answers to those ones. It is just a knowledge based questions, so unless you have practiced them, you will not know. So the best thing you can go out do now is read and practice questions for those, and ask your teacher if you need to. So yeah, so just go and get some examples of uses and applications of radiation, and then you should prepare yourself nicely for the tests and exams. Okay, the more you answer, the more likely you are to be able to answer the tricky questions. Okay, so just remembering, so basically this was just about um, kind of telling you about becquerels. Becquerels are counts per second, and like the activity is measured in that as well. Please go out and practice a lot of problems on nuclear radiation because that's the best way you're going to improve your knowledge. And all the best for your exams and your studies in the future.